98.3 FM from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion, tackle the tough questions, challenge assumption, and give a voice to the unheard. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
Morning once again, and thank you for standing by. My name is Sage Babalola. This is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Trends in the papers. We look through our different dailies: Guardian, Punch, Vanguard, and The Nation. But now it's time for us to take feedback on the many conversations that we've had. Now, it's Open Mic Thursday, and like I said earlier before we went on that commercial break, it means that you have the privilege of speaking on any story of your choosing, as opposed to other days where we select the stories on your behalf. Today is all about you. You get to set the tone of the conversation by addressing any story, new, old, or developing. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You probably are tired of me saying that every time, but then we like to have the conversation continue on social media. It doesn't end here. You can interact with even other commenters on social media. You can have a back and forth. You could, debate certain points, share ideas, amongst other things, which is why we encourage that you interact with us on social media to keep the conversation going. All right. So on Facebook, it's Mainland 98.3 FM. On YouTube, is Mainland 98.3 FM. On X, it's at Mainland FM. So for those of you who probably are just joining us, still top of the stories that we have reviewed, or on every newspaper, the top story still happens to be the Ibadan explosion and some sort of confirmation that the explosion may not be unconnected to the operations of illegal miners in the state who are illegally storing up explosives in residential areas. And we also have conversations about the spate of kidnapping in the country, and also the crowdfunding that a lot of Nigerians have had to engage in to help in securing the release of those who have been kidnapped, and also the position of the Defense Minister Badaru, who says crowdfunding is encouraging the activities of these kidnappers, and as a matter of fact, the Anti-Terrorism Act forbids this practice of paying ransom. In fact, it's a felony, and an individual who is caught doing this is liable to 15 years in prison. There's also the subsidy that is being paid on electricity, which means that the government would have to come up with 1.6 trillion naira to pay electricity subsidy, which is a far stretch from the 450 billion that was earmarked for electricity subsidy in the 2024 budget. And it's also conversations about the need for a constitution review, amongst many other stories. Fuad Side is on standby. Let's hear what his stories are for this morning, and then we'll open the phone lines properly for you to discuss with us. Good morning again, Fuad. Welcome to Mainland Focus.
Yeah, good morning, Sage.
Yes.
I'll just take two stories.
Okay.
All of the stories are are very, very important, of course, to the average Nigerian out there. But we'll take two stories, and I think the first one will be on the issue of insecurity and the comments of the Minister of Defense, on crowdfunding, encouraging these bandits and kidnappers. Like I said earlier in the morning, it would have been nice to ask the minister if he found himself in the very unfortunate situation the Arios have found themselves, what would he have done? It would have been a very simple question. Minister Badaru, if you were in the shoes of Mr. Ario, whose families were kidnapped from their private residence, and whose first daughters been slaughtered, murdered by bandits and terrorists because they have not been able to raise the ransom, what would you have done? Would you be talking about crowdfunding being the problem? And it's actually crowdfunding the problem. Let's even put it on simple logic and reasoning. Is crowdfunding the problem? The problem is that the government has failed to do its job to secure the lives and properties of Nigerians. And that should be what the minister should be talking about at this time. The comment and the timing completely wrong. The comment, what we should be talking about now, is what the government is doing. First, to release Nigerians who are held captive by these terrorists. That's number one. Number two, what the government is doing to rid Nigerians of these marauding beasts. Go after them, eliminate them, arrest the one they can arrest and prosecute, That's what we should be talking about, and how to ensure that whatever we have not achieved by going after this peace, we are able to sustain. So Mr. Badaro should be more interested in conversations like, oh, this is what we are doing, this is what we are restructuring, this is what we are trying to do, we are going to get them out, we are going to go after them. You know, practical sustainable solutions, not Nigerians that are coming together to pay these terrorists to release their captives. Are they happy to raise money for something like that? So he thinks they are happy. It's not wedding. It's not even somebody who is in the hospital that needs surgery. This is clear case of the failure of government to do its first responsibility to the people, which is the security of lives and property. And so Mr. Badaru would have just kept quiet if he didn't know what to say. There's also an opportunity to remain silent. Nobody put a gun to his head to make comments on this issue. And if only there's a minister that has not even been doing anything since appointed, is one of those ministers that will question their capacity to function as a minister. So, you know, Nigerians are going through a lot at this time, and I think, you know, I think the least the government can do is not to now begin to add to their sorrows. And I think the government should begin to do. I like the fact that Minister Wike, for example, has now acknowledged that, look, they have no business being in government if they cannot secure the lives and properties of the people. That's a very honorable position to take at this time, amidst all of the failures of government, and say that, okay, we are going to ensure we do this. That's what we should be hearing from them. Not to go back to this story of crowdfunding being the problem and what is encouraging kidnappers. If he was in the position of Mr. Ario, what would Badaru have done? So, does he not know what it means to have your wife and your 4 children kidnapped by terrorists, and the 4th child is murdered because you have not been able to pay ransom? These are helpless people, helpless Nigerians looking to God to save them. And then on the issue of the free fall of the naira, I also think it's a very important thing for us to talk about, because whether we like it or not, all of the conversations around our economy, living standards are still tied largely to what happens in the forex market. There's a free fall. I'm hoping that Mr. Cardoso will do something magical. It has to be magical now to get out of this quagmire. Something has to be done. We can't have this free fall, because as it is, the predictions of experts, they come to pass that before the middle of the year we'll be looking at 2,000 naira to $1. That's complete crisis. I just hope that Mr. Cardoso will do something to stem the tide of this free fall of the naira against the dollar. The 2 stories for me, say.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Fuad. We've heard from Fuad. It's now time for us to hear from you. You can reach us via multiple platforms, either via the phone lines 0913 6000 410. That's 0913 6000 410. Or via WhatsApp and text message 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. That's for WhatsApp and text messages. Or you can reach us via our streaming platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. I already see some comments on Facebook. I'll read them as we go along with the show. It's Open Mic Thursday on Mainland 98.3 FM, and we're going to open the phone lines. Please be reminded you have 2 minutes for all of your submissions, and please, I implore you to be very, very circumspect in your choice of words as we get through all of the stories that you might want to submit on today on the show. We're on radio, and it's a different conversation when we're speaking on a public platform. We have to be very careful. So please, I don't enjoy interrupting people or having to correct their language. So please, let's adhere with the rules and regulations of public submission via a radio platform. 0913 6000 410. 2 minutes per person. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Milan FM.
Yes, morning to you, sir.
How are you, Sage?
I'm very
My name is Abiodun Bakari.
Nice to have you, sir.
All right. I agree 100% with Fuad's position on the issue of the statement by the minister. So there will not be any need for any kind of repetition on that. Fuad's position say it all. He has analyzed correctly. The minister doesn't need to abandon the issues that are not important. the issues that are important and be concentrating on those issues that are not important. Now, what I really want to talk about today is on the issue on the explosion and the fact that the Nigerian borders are so porous and open. In fact, Sage, if you know how much of non-Nigerians coming into Nigerians every day, we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder, sincerely speaking. You see, we are usually reactive, and the build-up, we don't even observe the build-up. There are non-Nigerians coming into Nigeria daily in the name in different guises and in different names, and they come in, they do as they like, they behave as they like, they do whatever they like, and they hold nobody is holding them accountable or monitoring them. There are no Nigerians from Nigeria, from Chad, from everywhere coming to Nigeria and doing all sorts of things, and they just live a free life. So there's a need for the agencies, particularly border agencies, Nigerian border agencies, to wake up to this reality and begin to put preventive measures in place rather than just reacting to issues when damage is caused and then we talk about it, we analyze it. That's not the kind of Nigerian that I desire. This is my call this morning, and I hope things will improve. Thank you so much, Sage.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello.
Hello, Babalola. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Peter.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Ogami Fuad, good morning, sir, and God bless you once again. You have said everything. I will just have to touch few things. I mean, what is encouraging kidnapping and ransom paying, whether crowd or individual? What is encouraging the bandit? Is it not the refusal? I wanted to use the word inability of the government, but I know the government is capable to fight these criminals. But their refusal to fight the criminals is what is encouraging them. How do you explain to me that a country gave you the names of people that are sponsoring this terrorism in Nigeria, and you refuse to name those people out, and then that will not encourage them? That after all, even if they submit our name, nothing will happen to us. That's what is encouraging them. Another thing that is encouraging them is Gumi told us that anytime he visited the bandits in the forest, that he usually go with the government officials, and he has not been going alone. That's what is encouraging them. And then Rufai and so many people told us that the government knows where these people are. That's what is encouraging them. You refuse to touch them. So giving them the free land to operate, giving them the free hand to operate, I mean going hand in gloves with the bandits, with your inability and your refusal to attack them and eliminate them and get them off our forest. That's what is encouraging them. Not payment, come on, NIN came so that we can track them down, and we refuse to track them down. That's what is encouraging them. And finally, in education, imagine people that were enjoying free education today making it very difficult for Nigerian children to go to school. And the power sector, you keep increasing and there is no light. You don't give people light, then you refuse tariff upward. My sister, there was 2013 and 2014. Prince Wales will listen to me. There was a station that used to call me power minister in Shomolu. Why? Power issue we were talking. So it baffles me that up till now, about 7 years or 8 years, we are still talking about power. You don't give that. So what are we benefiting from the government? Why are we having the government?
Thank you.
Can we review the constitution that if the government does not perform, then that government should opt out on its own? Let that be in the constitution.
Thank you.
Let me stop so far this morning.
Yes.
I'm not happy.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio, sir. Hello.
My name is Robert. I have reduced it.
All right.
Oga Fuad, I really want to thank you, sir. There's nothing you have not talked about this morning. I do listen to every day. There's nothing. This country is like it's a marketplace whereby people just come, you sell your wares, you go, another person will come again, because there's nothing to talk about now, from security to power to the economy to whatever. Before this government came in, I remember people were saying, even the Tinubu himself, he said he's a guru in economy.
he has put measures in place, to tackle corruption, insecurity, the economy. The economic team is a strategist. There's nothing we do not yet. Today, what is the rate of dollar? And this thing will continue to go up. The unfortunate thing is that after we suffer Buhari regime, we still continue to suffer again. From that one, we enter kidnapping again. Then after 4 years, these same people will come on board again and begin to campaign, and people will say they want to come again. I don't know, honestly, this Nigeria. Like Fuad said, maybe he tell somebody, they will really make up our mind to be one country as a Nigeria. Because if we really make up our mind, we're supposed to see our problem and tackle it. But it's like everybody want to cash out. It's opportunity to rule. Then you go there, you make money, you go and that person come again. Thank you, my sister. God bless you.
And you too. Thank you so very much. So we have a backlog of messages on Facebook that I would like to take care of, so I'm not overwhelmed with the plethora of messages that are coming in. So for Facebook, we have Emeka P. Eze, who says Mr. Fuad is just expressing the anger of the over 200 million Nigerians over the failure of government in all areas of governance in the country, in all areas like exchange rate, electricity, insecurity, and all. But I'm not surprised, because the president during his campaign told Nigerians categorically that he will continue from where the former president stopped. This promise of impoverishing Nigerians has been kept. God save Nigeria. Emeka Eze from Ikotun. All right. Issa Benjamin also on Facebook says, good morning, Mainland FM crew. If governance is all about the people's welfare, why is the Nigerian government not sensitive to the plight of the Nigerian masses suffering of hunger, poverty, insecurity, to mention but a few? When will Nigeria start bringing to book the past presidents who have looted the treasury of our country, Nigeria? President Buhari saying he is sorry for his reforms that caused hardship on Nigerians is enough to question him. 200 million Nigerians have been thrown into hardship, and that continues up until date. Instead of people of like mind to celebrate Buhari with his book writing. People of like minds are busy celebrating Buhari for his book writing. The Minister of Defense saying Nigeria should not pay ransom to kidnappers is laughable. Will he not pay ransom if he was the one affected? Do you think people who pay ransoms are happy? He should not be quiet if he has nothing to tell Nigerians. Benjamin from Shogunle, thank you very much for your message. Dada Olajide Peter also on Facebook says, how I wish most of our ministers know the pain and torments that these victims go through in the hands of their abductors. They would not be saying that such payment should not be made. May God help us. Thank you very much, Dada Olajide Peter. Please keep the messages coming in. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. You can drop your messages on there and I'll read it. You can also drop your messages via the WhatsApp platform 0913 6000 430 and the phone lines 0913 6000 410. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, I hope you hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, but there's the feedback. Do you mind turning down your radio, sir?
Okay, I'm calling from Alimosho. I like this bar.
All right, welcome, sir.
All right. So, first of all, let Nigeria be serious about this issue of security. Security is paramount and is necessary. Look, we know we suffer a lot of things during the last regime headed by President Muhammadu Buhari. Somebody that called himself a general in the army, you understand, cannot solve the issue of kidnapping, banditry for good 8 years. Well, and that is why we find ourselves in this regime. You remember, Babalola, this is somebody that is giving the bandits the Boko Haram amnesty. What does that mean? You know, the number of people that are suffering from Boko Haram, some are amputated, some are dead, and you are giving them amnesty. You know the kind of frustration, the President Muhammadu Buhari gave, the late governor of Ondo State. What's his name? I forgot. Based on Amatekun, a lot of frustrations. So that's something fishing. During his time, he said the military should go up in some peasant dance, going around the bush, and information reaching everybody that they are burning harm for these people. Look at the bandit, look at the Boko Haram. They are coming out with a wake up. But by and large, he has gone. We are seeing the same shoe. I don't pity our president. President Tinubu said we should not pity him. He saw all the issue on ground. So it's not his responsibility. The paramount responsibility of the president of the government is to save the life of the people. It's very, very paramount. It's not question. When he has gone overseas, how many people have come to Nigeria to come and invest? Where are they? Because the country is not safe. So that's the bottom line.
Thank you.
We cannot continue to see Nigeria continue to die every day. It's not acceptable. Because on the issue of Naira, based on the technocrat or no technocrat.
It's just 2 minutes. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Nice to have you. Your name, where
I'm
you're
calling from
from,
Ojo. My name is Maxwell.
all right, go ahead.
Yes, the last speaker spoke the same thing the brother there has been speaking. The issue about this country is that we are just deceiving ourselves. And I'm sorry to make this statement now, that our people, the Yorubas and the Igbos, fail to understand the high writing other people are writing. And we are just deceiving ourselves, dancing to their tune. Buhari came here. Nobody expected him to, even his own people rejected him. Tinubu rose up, brought this man, and he destroyed this country. And somebody is still writing something about him. Whereas we know that Tinubu himself, he lacks he doesn't possess the accurate knowledge of governance. Buhari himself lacks the capacity. He doesn't. Even in the real sense, Buhari cannot. He has no place to rule even a local government. But and he knows what he's doing. Buhari knew what he did by saying he paid ignorance by allowing his people all the loan he collected from all the whole world are in the pockets of his brother.
You don't. I mean, let's. I mean, I allow the other ones to slide because okay, you're entitled to your opinion, but you can't say things like he collected loan and put it in the pocket of his brothers. Anything that has to do with tribal or ethnic sentiment, I think by now you should know that I don't necessarily fancy it, and I'm not going to allow it to fly. So if you'll be willing to rephrase your sentences, come up with a better way to air your opinion, we can continue this conversation. But if you say things like that, I can't allow you to continue on that path. Do you mind? Call me back. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning. This is Olaiwola.
All right, welcome.
The issue of grant, this is where I want. You cannot just say that you want to set up a committee that all this kidnapping will be going, all thief will be going. The government have lost the basics from the childhood. Let me just say, before you eradicate all this insecurity in Nigeria, the government of 40 years ago, it did not even plan within the common family. Why did I say so? If you look at it, if you go back to the non-tenant state today, most of their children are not educated. Let's forget about the western part that the people are going to school here. If you go to the remote area in the non-tenant area, some villages, 4 to 5 villages, do not have secondary school. And if those kind of infrastructure are not created within those communities, then how can you expose them to education? At the end of the day, those children will grow up now, and the people that they want to use them for this tourism, they will begin to use them to give them bombs to go and bomb some area to get money. And those people, because the knowledge is not there, they are only prepared to destroy something that are good. See the man in the Pyrox and his family in the Kaduna. Because those people now, the family investing on their life, that is why the people are crying. But the other people that are not investing in their life, they are also slaughter them. These are the issue here. The only thing to eradicate this thing, the massive education, go back to the non-tenant. Let the people encourage their family and their children over there. Give them the education, stop almajiri, stop all this beggar up and down, and creating a meaningful life to those people. If you are not creating a meaningful life to those non-tenant people, all this thing will continue to be like this. And go back to all those remote areas in the eastern part also. If you are not creating enough education to them, all these people will still terrorize their community and still killing their people looking for ransom. This is my input.
All right. Hello. Hello. Yes, morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Don Peters by name. I'm calling from Festac.
Nice to have you, sir. Please go on.
On Open Mic today, the situation of Nigeria is breaking my heart, but I'm happy somehow. Why am I happy? I'm happy because some of us on this platform have been vindicated. When ex-president was in power, some of us who mean well for him, we are here asking him, Mr. President, you're progressing in error. But some of us call and say he's taking the best decision. It's the best thing that ever happened to Nigeria. Every damn thing he's doing is okay. But we are here championing, saying, Mr. President, no, this is not the way to go. I'm happy because we have been vindicated. The same man they are saying that he's progressing and everything he's doing is in order have come right now to apologize to the whole of Nigeria on some of his decisions. And I begin to wonder, some of us who are championing that he's doing right, he's doing this, what they are going to do right now, because the same man they are championing, saying that everything he was doing is okay. I wonder how they will be feeling now. Would they be apologizing too? I don't know. This same president, this one in power right now, we are here addressing some of the things he's doing, and some of the people are still championing that he's okay. Maybe tomorrow he will still come and apologize. It is time we call a spade a spade. If your party is in power, if they are progressing in error, it's better you tell them they are progressing in error so that they can be able to retrace their steps. But when you begin to hail everything they do, and the whole of country is in quagmire, you can see the result of it now. The man have gone home and he have reflected everything, his decisions. He have come right now to know that the fastest growing economy that was handed over to him, he turned it into a world oversight of capital. And the man has seen it in himself. His people are telling him, and he have come to realize it. But there are some of us who are here clapping for him that he is doing well. This same president now, President Tinubu, we are here telling him right now that he is not getting it right. And some people are still hailing him. Tomorrow, same people will still be shamed, just like as Buhari has said them right now.
Thank you very much.
And Buhari has said us that we are best of friends.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your call. 0913-6000-410. This is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Now to WhatsApp. We have messages that read, Good morning, Sage and Fuad. On the Ibadan explosion, it's very obvious that the level of insecurity in the country is unthinkable. Honestly, our leaders are so reckless. If Mr. President and his cabinet cannot fight insecurity and corruption, they should all resign and allow peace to reign in the land. We need state and community policing to end all of these insecurities. On the student loan, honestly, I don't think this government is serious at all. The hike in school fee at levels require a serious attention and not serious student loan. Damilola from Alaba. Damilola, you know very well that some of the things you send are not acceptable on radio. I can't take some of these messages, but okay. We have here WG=Kayode from Jakonde Estate Isolo says, my personal observation is that it looks like there is an agreement between the political elites that the bandits will not touch them and their relatives. That is why they are not after them with full force. Also, why are we wasting money going to Davos and other places looking for foreign investors when we know that they would never come because of the insecurity in our land? Okay, thank you very much for that message as well. We have another one here. Good morning to you, Mr. Fuad. You've spoken virtually my mind. I appreciate your analysis as always. Until the list of the 400 terrorist financiers sent from Dubai is addressed, fighting these criminals would be a huge problem. The past administration did not do well for Nigeria, and they should all face prosecution. Jonathan from Magboro. Thank you, Jonathan, for your message. We have here, Sage, how are you doing today? I greet you fundamentally. Good morning to you as well. On crowdfunding for kidnapped victims, I have asked Fuad severally if this ugly development would not encourage the kidnappers, and he asked what else would the families involved do. I wish he was around to help me balance this argument. On Ibadan explosion, it said yesterday that we need need to probe how those explosives were manufactured and where they were manufactured. We need to ask questions about this particular house where those explosives were kept. What were they doing in that house? They said it's a company, but what do they do in the house? Our nature in Nigeria is to react to things after they have already happened instead of being proactive. My heart goes out to all of those who lost their loved ones. Where is the next place for another tragedy so that we can react as usual? May God help the helpless like us and keep us safe. James Oguna from Oshodi is the author of that message. Let me take one more so that I go back to the phones. Now, good morning. I'm Sam from Magodo. All of these issues we're facing in Nigeria is all tied to corruption and bad leadership. The day we begin to have leaders that are intentional about fixing our institution and lead by example, I believe we would have a good Nigeria. Let's stop there for messages right now. Go back to the phones. We'll take another break and go to Facebook so that we're able to take all the contributions across board. It's Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. This is Mainland Focus. My name is Sage Babalola, and we are taking your opinion on stories that are of interest to you this morning. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, my sister. God bless you.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Fuad.
He's with us. Please go on, sir.
Okay, right. Okay, thank you. My name is Usman. I am calling from Idu.
All right.
Yeah. First of all, let me say something about the government. Federal government says that nobody should pay ransom to bandits or kidnapping. In fact, nobody that pays ransom to kidnappers are happy to pay that money. They pay that money, and the reason why they pay that money, the reason is not unknown to the government. They know why these people pay ransom. They pay ransom because the government has failed to rescue their family members that are being kidnapped by bandits. Government has failed to rescue to secure their release also. So, and the family paid because they don't want their family member to be harmed by all these bandits. That is number one. Then the issue of Oyo State, the explosion in Oyo State. The government of Oyo State says that those mining in Oyo site illegal. I worked in that mining site before. I was in Kano when my uncle sent me to that mining site at Babade, Ofiki River. I even went there to Ofiki River. I saw government officials, like sometimes commissioners do come to that place in 2018, 2017. I was there. I was able to start this business I'm doing in Lagos today for Babode. Do you understand? So government of Oyo State can never say that they are not aware of the illegal mining, because we were there before government came and sell that place to some companies that the place is no more free for people to mine.
Hold on. I'm a little confused. You're saying so many things at the same time. You're saying that you are aware of the government selling properties to illegal miners.
I went to that place. My uncle sent me there to buy, because there's Kamalin, there's Kamike, there's Agate, there's Beirut stone. In that place, you cannot buy.
Malambele, you're going to have to give me something more than word of mouth. You're going to have to provide me with something.
I can barely hear you.
You're going to have to provide me with something more than word of mouth, something tangible evidence that we can, use to verify this claim of yours.
Yes, what I am telling you is that the issue of illegal mining is that they call them. That is what I'm trying to emphasize. I was in that very particular site. Do you understand? Then the government came and sent people out of that place that the company have bought the site. So I went there to buy stones. My uncle sent me there. So I was able to manage and save some money from that place before I came to Lagos. I left Babode directly to Lagos. Do you understand? Sometimes we saw commissioner came to that place, commissioner during the addition of what the former governor of Oyo State. You understand? The commissioner came there. If the mining site there if the mining is legal, but commissioners have been coming to that place. Before I left that place, they came and said that the company have bought the site.
Thank you.
So how can they call it illegal?
Thank you very much. Well, these are very hefty allegations, and that's why I'm saying you're going to have to give me more than word of mouth. Give me something. Send us a message on WhatsApp with pictures, receipts of the things that you bought. I don't know, pictorial evidence, anything. We can't take your word at face value, right? And this is not to say that we're dismissing your experience, but we can't take your word at face value unless you really provide us with irrefutable evidence that these things actually happen. But thank you very much for giving us that particular report. It opens up the portal for deeper conversation around illegal mining and probably the alleged complicity of certain government officials. It creates an avenue for more conversation like that. Thank you for your call. Hello, you're live. All right, please do well to call me back if you can. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. All right. I don't know if these people are aware that they're connected now. Hello. Good morning. Hello. All right. Please call us back if you can. Maybe we should just use the opportunity to check the messages that we have on Facebook while we're trying to figure out what's going on with the phone line. On Facebook, we have here James Ungwachi Ogbonna on Facebook says, Sage, how are you doing today? Okay, you sent this message on WhatsApp. There's another one here. Tᴜɪᴛᴛᴇʀ Mᴜɪᴜ says, it sounds ridiculous when the governor of Oyo State says the bomb explosion that claimed their lives and destroyed several property was caused by some people carrying out illegal mining under his watch and other security agencies. It seems that they are not aware. The reason why foreigners keep coming into the country to carry out illegal activities is because there is no capital punishment on offenders. Also, the statement made by the government that people should stop paying ransom to kidnappers when they have failed to carry out their primary responsibility, which is to protect lives and properties, is laughable. If the minister had found himself or a member of his family in such a situation, would he have said the same thing? Why has the government not also come out to condemn citizens contributing money to buy transformers and cables, to fill potholes, to drill boreholes and get water? The truth of the matter is that the government has not done right by the citizens. God bless Nigeria. Tèmítọ́pẹ́ Ọ̀nàtóyè. We have Patrick Obiazo who says any country whose past seems to be better than the present is neither developing nor progressing. Instead, they are retrogressing. This is the clear picture of Nigeria as at today, but it is as a result of the wrong choice that we continue to make with political leadership. I hope those whose praises we're singing come on. Truth is, you cannot give what you don't have. Nigeria is on autopilot as we speak. Patrick, thank you very much. Basil Chika, also on Facebook, is here saying the explosion in Ibadan should be diligently investigated to know the actual cause of the tragic incident, and they should put preventive measures in place to avert future occurrences. Because one thing I observed from the Nigeria government is that they are always quick to move on in the things that they believe concern the common people until it touches them personally. Then they start to wake up. Chika Bende from Tredfe, Lagos. Thank you very much, Chika, for your message. Let's see if we can take. Hello.
I've done that.
All right.
Now, if we need, you could see Benenoa, everybody will just carry load, busy, custom. We should start our border because this is about our this thing. They are dropping out.
Good morning. Hello. Hello.
Well, this is boys from all these Okada boys. Even at the middle of the night, they are still carrying passengers. And government is not doing.
Yes.
So this, I can tell. If I should use non-continental whatever, they will fish me out. They will get to your radio station first and compel you to find me, and you will find me. Am I right?
But then, I'm sorry, they haven't necessarily denied not knowing the location of these bandits. They're just being, they're claiming to be strategic in their plan.
What I'm saying is that these bandits are using transfers. So why are they communicating? Why can't they find them? Why can't they locate them? Hello?
I'm with you.
So that means there is more to it than meet the eye. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Kinetic or non-kinetic mechanisms in order to deal with this, considering the fact that with all of these abductions, remember they're using it and bomb their enclave. How about the people what strategy would be most productive in dealing with them? I think that's really what the issue 1000 430. So please keep the messages coming in. We're still live on Facebook. Comment, as many other people have been doing since the start of the show. We're here till 9:45 a.m. I believe. Yes, we're here till 9:45, so there's still time for you to contribute. So please keep the calls coming in. If you cannot reach us via the phone line, send a text message or a WhatsApp message. If that doesn't go through, you can reach us on Facebook or on YouTube as well. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning to you.
Yeah. Good morning. It's Mazi.
Nice to have you, Mazi. It's been a while. How are you?
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I actually want to use opportunity to thank, express gratitude to all the callers who called me during the time of my grief, and also you who have been checking on me.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Nice
it was
to have you
wonderful. Back. Yeah, thank you very much, Prince YS and the rest of them. Madam Ifi who called and who even visited me, and also many people. I want to say thank you, and God bless you. And those who attended the service of song, and those of them that came to reveal the family that loved me, I'm happy. Back to the issue on ground. So many things have been said. I've been following you even while in the village. I listen to you almost every day because it's my station. And like you know me, talk is cheap. Dr. Abakuba that is asking for a new constitution. It's something that needed to be done. And I listened to what we said, were you there when they say we the people of Nigeria? You were not there. You were not there. I was not there. One of the fundamental problems of this country is the constitution so imposed on us. And you talk about the banditries. Look, if government has been talking about insecurity from 1999 till now, something is fundamentally wrong. Is it because some people are benefiting from it? Or is it because some people don't want it to end? That's an issue. I just came back from the southeast, from Ure to Onitsha, to Enugu, to Aba, multiple checkpoints. One pole ahead, collecting money, military. You see military there, you see police there, you see road safety, you see then we are still talking about insecurity on the highways. Something is wrong. Then on the issue of border explosion, talk is cheap. Can they investigate what is actually happening? What caused this explosion? Can't you investigate it and nip it to the bone? Every day you open newspaper, you listen to radio, is how many people that have been killed, how many people have been kidnapped. Cry beloved the country. Good morning, my dear. God bless you.
Thank you for calling and welcome back. We condole with you, and it's nice to have you, join us back on radio again. Thank you so much. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Julius is my name, calling from Shomolu.
All right, welcome.
You just said that they don't know where these bandits are, maybe to attack them because of people that they have kidnapped. All this na fallacy. America came down from America because of one citizen, just one citizen from America. Those kidnappers that kidnapped just one citizen, kidnapped just one person as a shield, as a shelter, and government. Government knows about it. Thank you.
All right. We appreciate you for your call. Let's take a few messages that we've gotten so far. We have from Michael Tobechukwu in Yanopaja. Michael says, since our security agencies are not worthy enough to secure the lives of the citizens, I think it's time to invite foreign security agencies to help us to fight this insurgency. We can invite China, the United States, France, etc. to help us. Thank you very much. All right, Michael, thank you too. Michael Tobechukwu from Yanopaja. But we're going to pay these mercenaries, and I don't want to go deep into that. All right, I wish Fuad was here. We could talk about how mercenaries might not be as advantageous as you think they would be at the end of the day. What if they decide to stay after they do what we ask them to do for us? It's more complex than that. But thank you so much for your message. Steve Ikelu says, good morning, mainland radio. All right, okay. This huge ransom payment to bandits by Nigerian is the greatest evil on Nigerians today. But such millions of naira or dollars passes through the Nigerian banks. Government should clamp down on bank executives through which these bandits get this money. This is the way out. All right, Stevie Kelly from Maryland, we appreciate you. There's another one here that says, good morning. No, I cannot take this message. Thank you. We have here, hi Mainland FM, on the issue of the free fall of the naira. Until we'll do the things that will build up our GDP, exports, international comparative advantage, etc., then speculators will continue to prove the government wrong and continue to hoard the dollars. On the bombing in Ibadan, who are the illegal miners that cannot be named? Are they international or local guys? On the security challenge, no parents will open their eyes and see their children killed and not look for a way to set their children free. Kidnapping is politically motivated in Nigeria. If not, why have actions not been taken to fish them out? This is a message from Sean via our WhatsApp platform. There's another one on here. Good morning, Sage and my Oga Fuad. I greet you plenty. What do you expect from the president who did not promise the nation anything during the campaign? What happened to all of the fighter jets that was bought? Do we even have special investigators in Nigeria? It has now gotten to the situation that Nigerians should stop being tribalistic. We need the right people in power. Lives and properties are being lost. Let's brace up and work towards 2027. Please get your PVC. God bless Nigeria. Aminu from Ikeja sent that particular one. There's one here that says, good morning. Governor of Oyo State should stop deceiving Nigerians by confirming illegal mining in Oyo State. Consider the statement of one of your callers we should substantiate that about the awareness of the government and that several commissioners were at the site. Alhaji Subar. Yes, I'm not saying that I don't believe him. I'm just saying you have to give me more, and you can understand why I need that, because we're on radio and we can't air opinions or affirm opinions without irrefutable proof. That's all I'm saying. We're not saying he's not saying the truth. But thank you very much. Okay, again, I cannot take this particular message. If you're willing to rephrase and resend the message, then by all means, I'll take it. But if you send it multiple times, it still doesn't change the content, and I still cannot take the message because it's rather crude. All right, let's go back to the phone line. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Very well, thank you, sir. How are you?
Engineer Nee here from Yaba.
Nice to have you. How are you doing, sir?
Talking about insecurity that is giving us problem in Nigeria. But the issue, it is still about security. Let us look at it. All of Nigeria, we are because of what we want to acquire, we are neglecting so many things. In those days, you read King Solomon's Mines and many other even literature that show you how you can find intelligence, fight intelligence, how you can gather intelligence. Do kinetic or non-kinetic. Let there be intelligent network. Go to Niger there. There are many local governments that have been taken over by the bandits. In Zamfara, we heard of that. Even in Borno right now, where is intelligent network? Look, there is no, because they are putting the cart before the horse. That is why there is no political will to fight this. If you have political will, you should have got away around it. Set up a panel, train some people, look on how you can round up these people, plant moles in their midst. That is the way to go about it, and then you will be able to defeat them completely. Because they are now a gang. If you will ask me, they are now a gang, and they are forming a formidable force to fight the masses, and the masses are the receiving end. If your government is sincere enough, let them do the needful. If they don't know how to go about it, let them call the former head of it. And you cannot even ask a policeman to head the military because we have supremacy of call. They can't take order from any police. Ministers are not military officers. There are 148 ministers. No military officer there. No former military officer there. And the chief security advisor is also a police. And now how can a military officer take order from any police? They are putting the cart before the horse. This thing cannot help Nigeria. If they are ready to rule Nigeria, govern Nigeria successfully and to maintain peace, let them seek for good advice and set up a panel. If we will get a better result. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Madam Sej. Yeah, one of my friends, my friend Fuad.
It's fine. Good morning.
Okay, this is Barrister Peter Uku. I'm calling from Maryland.
Yes, nice to have you. Go on, sir.
Huh?
I can hear you, Barrister Peter. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I've been calling before, but like the line was having problem.
Yes, we're okay now. Please go ahead.
Exactly. Well, on open mic today, my take is on this issue of the growing insecurity in the nation. You know, because it is becoming very alarming. You know, carried over from the administration. You see, the thing about security in the country is that I think, or I believe, that the government is not giving the issue of security the seriousness that it deserves. You know, because it's clearly stated in both in the United Nations Convention and the African Charter of Women and People's Rights, and in Chapter 4 of the Nigerian Constitution, it's all stated there that the main purpose for the existence of government is the protection of life and property of the citizens. Where it does not fulfill that position, then the government has no need to exist. So, juxtaposing that on the present situation in Nigeria, it is very clear and obvious that the government is guilty. But because the citizens are sleeping on their rights, the government has been getting away with it. What the minister of this said recently is very, very annoying, to say the least. Because when we are telling the citizens that they should not pay any money to free their ears, then what do you want them to do?
Thank you very
much. The government has failed the citizens, to ensure the protection of the citizens.
Thank you very much for your call. All right. Hello.
You said something that because of human shield that the terrorists are using. Let me tell you, that is no excuse. What of those that are caught that have been given amnesty and have been paid 30,000 naira? Hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
So what about that? Let me tell you something I know. I'm sure of in area here. If anything happens, maybe there is any problem or riot, I can tell you that the police in the area will make sure that they deal with that area. I can tell you because I know them, and when they deal with them, nothing of sort will repeat itself again. I have witnessed it several times. So it is to tell you that the government knows. That's all the fact. Nothing will ever happen like that in area. If you mess up, they will deal with you. I can vouch for them. It has happened. Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
So to tell you that government knows what they are doing. This is why Clevo, they have dealt with them several times. And in that place, they don't repeat it. And all that has come and everything, I can tell you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Morning to you.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes. Your name, where you're calling from, sir? Yes, I can hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Abubakar. I'm calling from Papa.
Ah, nice to have you.
On the statement presented to the Minister of Defense. that paying the crowdfunding is a crime. I think Nigerians deserve an apology. And it's a kind of insult on us because the citizens have obeyed the government. We have to go and register our lines and every other thing. As a citizen, that will kind of curtail the insecurity. We've done that. Now, people are being kidnapped every day. And it is about ransom. It is none of our business. We've got to get our family back by any means. If you cannot do that as a security agent. So for him to tell Nigerian that in fact, he's just not supposed to resign. He's not fit to be in that position. I personally, I would have had Nigerians to demand this minister should resign. Let's have a very better hand to handle this the issue of insecurity. There are too many nonchalant people that are not supposed to be in government. Thank you. That's my take.
Thank you very much for your call. We appreciate you. Let's take one more phone call before we go back to the Facebook platform. Hello.
Babalola.
Prince Wise, morning to you. Please kindly turn down the volume on your radio. There's a feedback.
I'll do that immediately.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, you can.
Yes. During the launch of former president, preaching here and there. Yes. That is what to be. The thing you see when they are doing the naming ceremony is quite different. The thing you see when they are doing better ceremony. The man is celebrating. He ruled Nigeria completely 6 years and he was successful in his own right and he retired back to his town. Kudos to him. And the man say, those who are offended, I apologize. And that's how it's supposed to be too. Because you can't please the whole world. When you are making friends, you are making enemies. You apologize for those who do not go that way with that decision you took. Like present government now, they are taking a decision that's very painful. But with the patriotic one, we are expecting Nigeria to get better. And those who are fear is to do their own bit to make Nigeria better. Especially the central bank governor. You have to do more. You have to find solutions. Whether you will bring some expert to your ministry to advise, to make sure our Naira is getting better. That's what we are expecting now. If we do something with our Naira to be strong. Even though I can advise them, maybe they should revalue the Naira. When you revalue the Naira, I think they get better. But as of today, Mr. President, the central bank governor, they must find solutions to the problem of Naira falling every day. That's for that and for the security. The NSC, it can in fact any ministry to talk to him. Everybody has no position. Anybody has any position in this country today, whether you're a Navy, you are Army Forces, you are soldier, you are Air Force, you are police, you have to do your job. I mean, the state must cater for them as well. When their salary is reckoned time, increase their salary, increase allowances, comprehensive cover for their family, to them. That's what state has to do for them. Because they wanted to die for the country, and the country was there to cater for them too. That's my speech this morning, my dearest stage.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you for your call, Prince Wise. Let's look at Facebook. Prince Cassidy says, I keep dropping comments here and they're not being read. Prince Cassidy, I apologize, but then I don't see any other message of yours, just this particular one. If you'd be kind enough to resend whatever message you put on our platform, before the close of the show in about 4 minutes, I'll be more than happy to read your message. I mean, that's why we have these platforms. So I apologize. Resend the message and I'll read it. All right. So let's see if we have another one on Facebook whilst we're waiting for Prince Cassidy to resend his message. We have one here. Dio Dada says, if you build your house on lies, deception, propaganda, and eye service, how do you expect the house to prosper? to prosper. It's the reality. It's been said that if the foundation that brought you into power is not credible, then you yourself cannot be credible. I'm just going to stop there because the rest it goes down from there, and I'm not willing to go on that rodeo with you. But thank you very much for your message. Let me see the one that we have on WhatsApp. Okay, I already read it on Facebook. The message we have on WhatsApp has already been read on Facebook, and I think this is where we're going to draw the conversation to a close for today. I think the extension by 15 minutes has really helped us get more submission in. I was able to read pretty much all of the WhatsApp messages that we got, so I think this extension is great. But you can send a message, you can call, you can send a message via Facebook or YouTube, and keep the conversation going on our social media platforms. Do well to follow us on X at Mainland FM, and I'm actually advised that you do follow us on X because we're coming up with something exciting for our followers on X. We're going to start conversation on X pretty soon. Our official announcements will be made, but then it will be nice for you to be notified, and you will be notified if you're following us on X already. So when it begins, you are immediately able to get on board when it starts later. So please follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X. Facebook and YouTube is at Mainland 98.3 FM. X is at Mainland FM. Thank you so much for the calls. Thank you so much for the messages. We appreciate you. We're going on another commercial break. At 10 a.m. we'll be back for Global View. Myself and Fouad would spend 10 minutes having conversations about international events around the globe. My name is Sage Babalola. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Mainland 98.3 FM, your number one radio. Reaching stars.
As you see me so, I belong to the Chop Better gang. Now why anytime I want chop like this, I dey put better things inside. For my yam porridge, after I don't put my fish, I go con deck am with onions, tatashe and ugu, con season am with correct no cubes for that delicious taste. Because my people, good life na life where you chop better.
Summer all your food with correct vegetables. Come season am with no cubes for that ogbonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Yo, Nigeria, wake up! They say make hay while the sun shines. It is wise to link your NIN, your Airtel line. ASAP, Big Brother isn't watching your phone calls. The NIN police are. Don't be the housemate voted out of your network. NIN registration is not a joke, fam. No NIN, no network. It is not maybe, it is blocked. Yes, blocked. No calls, no data, no flexing online, no Instagram, no X, nothing. You'll be a ghost. But hold up, don't